Hello, everybody. Yes, I know I'm looking that way, even though the camera's that way. I am, at the moment, that is the least of my worries. So, health update two. I have been for the gastroscopy, so basically a camera down the throat. I decided not to have sedation while doing that, and I'm quite proud of myself for doing that. And anybody who does themselves, I'm quite proud of you for doing that. It is. I'm not going to say it's not a pleasant experience, but it's not the worst thing that I've ever had done to me, to be honest. Sorry, something in the background that you probably aren't hearing is just buzzing away, and don't worry about it. So, let's talk about the gastroscopy and my health so far. The gastroscopy happened on Monday. It is now Wednesday. Sorry about not telling you guys on Tuesday. Sorry, but the cough has not gone away. Thinking about it, the cough shouldn't have gone away, even if they get what the cough has done. Now, why am I saying this? They probably took a biopsy of whatever it is, so basically took it out. Not sure if it was in the throat, but I do still feel that there's something that's lesser than the thing that I was worried about. It's like a scab, I feel, if you see what I mean. Um, uh, but I will still be coughing, unfortunately. But I feel I can do a few streams, see how you guys think about it. Sorry about the coughing. Think of the coughing. Sorry about the. I'm using some mic settings. Don't worry about it. Whatever. So, but basically, gastroscopy. They basically took a camera straight down my throat into my stomach, which was fascinating to see. There was a big TV and I saw some of it. I couldn't speak because I got out this mouth guard and lots of torture here. Like, what the hell? It's um it's an interesting view of yourself. It's just like that's what my internals look like. And it's just like who knew? Uh yeah, very interesting. Um has this cough gone away? No. Like happen. If this lasts for another 2 weeks, I'm gonna go back to the GP. Say, what the fuck? What is going on? I don't understand. I can't describe what's going on, but let's wait 2 weeks. I'm not gonna. I think I should, fingers crossed, smashing the nearest piece of wood I can find, be all right. But let's not count chickens before hatching. So let's talk more about the gastroscopy. Um, Very interesting. Uh, they told me about it. They told me that there were some risks. The risks, not that bad actually. There's a very small risk. You could tear something in your windpipe. Didn't. Basically, these people know what they're doing. As long as you're calm and relaxed, I think they're not going to have too much trouble, and you're not going to have too much trouble. If you have to go through this, I pray that you don't. frankly, I'd rather they went in the other end. Let's face it. The only thing that most people, I'd say, would be worried about is lack of breathing. But had it all the way down into my stomach, into my lower intestines. I crap you not. No, upper intestine. I think it was upper intestine. And it was like, they seemed to just like, yeah, fine. The oddest thing is you felt it. You felt sort of where the camera was. And it was just like, how am I feeling this internally? It doesn't make sense, but it does. It really does. It's one of the most interesting things I've ever had in my life. I've had surgery on my elbow. Yeah, not really surgery, but I had to take off something like a lump like that. That was, yeah, fine, whatever. Had a bit of numbing spray, numbing thing on that. That was just scrape, scrape, scrape. Had somebody pull something out of. I've had a lot of dental work, as you can probably tell. That isn't too bad. It's most of the time I'm more nervous, but I don't know why. Every time I go, I'm fun. Heat stuff being done to my eyes. That is yeah, but my own thing. I don't want to talk about it, but that is just something that it's been since very young because I've had eye drops and it was just can't stand eye drops and oh no, it's been something for a very long time that I don't think I'm ever going to get over. But yeah, this was frankly not that bad. It was more the waiting that hurt the most, I think. I was getting more anxious and anxious about it. But I think they did brilliantly. I can't fault Bournemouth Hospital. I can't fault Bournemouth Hospital enough. I think that's not the right thing to say, but I can't praise them enough. The gastroscopy department. Yeah, the place where they do gastroscopy, it is brilliant. You are not going to have any trouble there. They are chef's kiss. Excellent. It's just like they ask them a question and go, yeah, right, we understand that. They've done millions. They are the people around there. Yeah. I was like, yeah, these people are going to watch. Yeah, fine. Yeah, they can watch. And it's just like, can I watch? Yeah, watch on that screen. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, it's brilliant. I'm not sure well, they're probably going to find out what's wrong, or if there's nothing wrong, or whatever. We will see. I don't know. We'll see. But I think the gastroscopy went very well. My voice is definitely different from when you last heard it. I can tell myself. You guys definitely can tell. If you're going for something like that, where they're going to stick a camera down your throat and you're scared, and they say, "Do you want sedation?" Don't be frightened to say yes. If you're scared enough that you can't think that you're going to get through it, just ask for sedation. The only caveats with that is that they'd like you to have somebody with you for 12 hours. So basically, if you've got somebody living with you and somebody's picking you up from the hospital or wherever it is, that's fine. That's great. I didn't have anybody pick me up. And I thought, oh, bugger it. I can't be worse than whatever you're going to do. It's not going to take a lot of time. Stick it down. I want to feel it. I didn't feel much of it. They spray something down your throat. They say it's disgusting. Frankly, it's no better than that. Best or whatever the hell I tried to get rid of this cough with. It was just like, yeah, that's okay. I've had worse. I've tasted worse. Yeah, it's a life experience, I suppose you can say that. One I wish I didn't have to go through, but it's one that I'm glad I've got through. I'm glad if you're ever worried about this, I know that somebody might watch this who's slightly worried. There's two options for you. There is grin and bear it. It's not going to take. You're going to be out from when they spray down your throat and you go into the thing. Not going to be more than 30 minutes. Be honest. I think I was out there in 15. Yeah, it's very interesting. But if you're too scared and you can't mentally get through that hurdle, well then ask for the sedation. Make sure you've got somebody that you're not in charge of anything. So I know that you can't drive a car, you can't do machinery or anything for like 12 hours. Basically, I didn't actually go through the sedation, but I felt weird slightly with my throat. I basically took a day off. Um, yeah, I think it's best, even if you don't take the sedation, take a day off, relax, try and careful with your fluids, relax, follow the doctor's instructions, but you've gotten through it. If you have to have sedation, you're still going to get through it. Just don't worry so much. Okay. It's not the worst thing that I think I'm ever going to experience, and it's not the worst thing I've ever experienced. Well, uh no, I think pretty good. Um Now my health, I only had the thing on Monday. I still feel that there's something in my throat, but that's probably the scar from the biopsy of whatever they took out. So I don't know if it's there in 2 weeks. I'm going back to the doctor asking what's going on. It's they say the results are going to be in 3 weeks. I don't know. So I am still alive. Didn't hurt as much. If you are worried about it, there is sedation. If you have to go through sedation, just make sure you talk to your doctor, talk to the person who's doing it, and say you want sedation. Don't. I had to grin and bear it. I thought, body, I've been through worse. I haven't. Thought, oh, might as well. It's not the worst thing, to be honest. Frankly, I find eye drops worse. It's eye drops I cannot stand, but that was quite palatable, quite understandable. I got to see what was happening, which I loved, which was great. And I think if I ask nicely and like give them some funds, they'll send me like a disc with the pictures on it. I think I don't. I don't know. I might not. I don't think I will. frankly, I'd rather know the results and then go from there. Okay. Am I going to get back to normal content? There's one thing I must do since I'm slightly better, which is the Hitman contract or Le Chiffre. That was something that I wasn't expecting. I thought it was going. I think I can still do it. I hope. So I'm going to be recording that today, seeing what happens, and see how we could see how we take out Le Chiffre. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later.